You're watching News 10 ABC at 9 a.m.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Veterans Day. Right here is Jesse Sommer. He's an Army veteran, but also the event organizer for a Ruck March today, who's raising funds for veterans in need. Thanks for joining us, Jesse.
I'm really happy to be here.
So I want to talk a little bit about your time in the service because this is unique. You just got done with your service in January, and your main assignment was with the 82nd Airborne. For people who don't know, what is the 82nd?
82nd Airborne Division is the Army's airborne division. So any of the people who are in that division are paratroopers, with the objective being that if need be, they can paratroop out the sky and get to an enemy battlefield using a very unique form of delivery.
How many of those jumps did you make?
65 jumps.
Wow.
Yep.
And you were also deployed in some pretty unique places as well.
I deployed to Afghanistan with 7th Special Forces Group and to Iraq with the 10th Mountain Division.
And after your time in the service, you've now come back home to New Scotland.
Yep.
How does it feel to be back home?
It feels great, and there's also a continuity of a project that I started while I was in the military, and that is sourcing grain from some of the local farms and then working with area distillers to create what we call our New Scotland spirits, or the Helderberg whiskey line. And so to finally, after 5 years of aging these spirits, to come home and then be able to sell them to the community is like a really rewarding capstone to my career.
That is incredible. And I know you have a special liquor that you want to show us today. So starting off, you are just selling this. This is a new one here. What's it called? That's
68 whiskey. And 68 whiskey is the Army, it's the military occupational specialty for the Army combat medic.
Okay.
And so today, as part of this, which is basically a launch for the brand, we're conducting what's known as a Ruck March, where we have partnered with 3 nonprofit entities to raise funds for the boot campaign, that's the registration cost, then to fill our rucksacks, and this is an Army rucksack.
Look how big that is.
It's going to be filled with 35 to 50 pounds of non-perishable items that we're then going to donate to the food pantries for the Capital District.
Wow.
And then we have partnered with the Hidden Battles Foundation, and Hidden Battles is an organization that, among other worthy goals, treats mental health issues and alcoholism in first responders and in veterans. And so we figured that if we're going to put an intoxicant on the market, we should at the very least dedicate some of the proceeds back to organizations that address those types of issues. And so 68 Whiskey, we've done a program by which 68% of all the profits will go to the Hidden Battles Foundation, and the president of that foundation will be joining this 6.8-mile Ruck March at 3 p.m. today.
Today. 68% is a lot, Jesse. That's really a lot of your profits as well. What I always find interesting is that veterans, they come home and then you just continue to want to give back and serve. Why is that?
It's interesting. I'll put it this way. The military is it's an agency bureaucracy like any other.
Sure.
But the thing about service members is that there's a unity of purpose, right? They join for a specific reason and a belief in the country and the mission of defending it. And so when you get out, you want to be around veterans because at the very least you know that there's going to be a unity of purpose. And sure enough, when we conduct this Ruck March, evidently in a torrential downpour, that's kind of the point. It's supposed to be unpleasant. We're waiting for targeted lightning strikes and blizzards that essentially bond us together in fellowship. So after 6.8 miles of what'll be a really unpleasant Ruck March, everybody who shows up today is going to be friends.
And if you do want to still sign up, is there still an opportunity to do that? And where should people go?
The American Legion today at between 1:30 and 2:30, we're doing on-site registrations. It's post 1493 in Voorheesville. And I should say that our 4th partner in this, the American Legion, is also an organization that has a lot of lofty goals, and so you will be there to see the missing in action prisoner of war table. We hope that people come out between 1:30 and 2:30, register, and then get ready for that 3 p.m. step off.
And you talked again about giving back. What's your message to the community as you are doing this fundraiser today?
I think there's a twofold message. The first is that we want to support, with our whiskey, we want to support small businesses, local family farms, but also a desire to maintain kind of the agrarian and rural nature of some of the beautiful places in Albany. But also that we want to say that if we're going to preserve the community needs to have a mission. and that mission should be one of service. And so this Ruck March today is very aligned with kind of the overall objective of the company, which is to strengthen our community and the lives of the people who live within it.
Well, thank you for continuing to serve our community, Jesse, and coming here today.
Thank you, Ms. Rivas.